Ayo, strangely awesome gamers, it's Ronnie, here again to bring you another Call of Duty Top 10. After we watched the first real look into the upcoming Call of Duty Black Ops 6 game during this year's Summerfest, well, let's just say we were impressed. I mean...
How's he look?
I'm a fire starter.
The inside reveal of the game had me thinking it has a real chance to stack up with some of the top dogs within the franchise. Then, they confirmed, like a cherry on top, that Zombies will be returning for another bite. That's right, Call of Duty Zombies was once again confirmed for another go-around with a very brief peek. While we're stoked on the prospect of there being new, original maps in the Black Ops 6, we also know that the Call of Duty franchise does not shy away from remakes or remasters. So fans like us can likely expect the return of some popular older maps we all enjoyed in the past. How could we help ourselves? Of course one of our authors went to work to create a wish list of Zombies maps we'd love to see return in the new Black Ops game coming out. Maps being considered are from past favorites such as World at War, Black Ops 1 through 4, and Cold War. Check out the original article on our website down below, along with our direct link taking you to more articles like this one. If you like what you see at any point, make that like button jump, maybe subscribe for more content like this too, and you'll never miss a video if you smack the bell icon for alerts. And if you really want to help our channel grow, share with your friends to see if they agree, and comment below to let us know your thoughts. Without further ado, from least to most desired, I give you our most wanted Zombies maps we think should return in the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 game.
Number 10.
It's Call of the Dead.
Starting our countdown off in the number 10 spot, we have Call of the Dead. But wasn't this already remade back in Black Ops 4, you may ask? And yes it was. But remember, Black Ops 4 was infamous for ending the Aether storyline. This map was remade as Tag der Toten in Black Ops 4, and it was considered the end of the storyline back when the DLC was released in 2019, just before Modern Warfare.
Hold still, scum sucker.
The Black Ops 4 map did not include the major cast that most of us grew up with in 2010, but instead hosted the famous Victus group: Stuhlinger, Marlton, Misty, and Russman. Tag der Toten was also one of the easier maps to play. While it was great for the story, us fans still want the original Call of the Dead to make its return. If Treyarch wants to implement features from Tag, they can still make it slightly different by putting the positives of both maps into it. For example, you can take the sun-setting atmosphere from Tag der Toten and use it as a state in a weather cycle. Imagine, it gets cloudy when George Romeo spawns, and then 5 rounds or so in between can be like a nice sunset. Can also thin out the snow a bit like they did on Tag. This could work great, given that this is the original from Black Ops 1 and would likely not be considered for the reported Black Ops 2 sequel in 2025.
Number 9.
Here we have in the number 9 spot, Mob of the Dead.
They say a man is known by the company he keeps. I guess that's why they call me a mobster.
The original Mob of the Dead is one of the most popular maps in the entire Call of Duty Zombies series. Picking such a curious American landmark, I personally think the devs hit the nail on the head putting us on Alcatraz Island with a bunch of zombies. It's an awesome way to entertain the fans. The map features an amazing cast of playable characters too. Better yet, they were portrayed by incredible iconic actors including the late and great Ray Liotta as Billy, Chaz Palminteri as Sal, Michael Madsen as Finn, and Joe Pantoliano as Weasel. It was an immediate hit, and it still is considered to be one of the greatest maps in Zombies history over a decade out. Mob of the Dead's gameplay has incredible depth, with Brutus as the warden-turned-zombie boss and the plain parts spread individually around the prison. Not to mention, the setting itself gives players the chills. This map in Black Ops 2 Zombies has a natural way to help players experience the story, because there's simply no other way to escape. And rumor is, this could be in the next year's Call of Duty, but according to Sportskeeda, Activision is at least bringing back Brutus in the Black Ops 6 Vault Edition. And this does tease that Mob of the Dead could be making a return to the series, potentially as early as when Black Ops 6 releases, or maybe a part of the post-launch DLC package. Either way, we would be happy to see a remastered version.
Number 8.
In the number 8 spot, we have Ancient Evil from Black Ops 4. After the tease of a clip was released confirming round-based zombies was coming back in Black Ops 6, it was only natural that fans would begin to excitedly speculate. One of the predictions came in the form of sassy beauty Scarlet Rhodes after watching a woman with strikingly similar attire run and slide into the action in the reveal. Alas, much to the wants of her return, I'm not so sure that was really her in the trailer, due to the ending where we see a very different woman standing epically amongst the other announced crew. That also was wearing similarly striking attire to that shot. But hey, don't let me rain on your parade. Treyarch may still have a few surprises up their sleeve when the game finally releases. But if it were true, or could still be true, it would make the most sense to have this map and Voyage of Despair return. Which got us thinking, it might actually be interesting to see them remastered. When this Zombies map first debuted in Black Ops 4, its gameplay was pretty easy, having the benefit of the Hand of Charon, one of the best weapons in all of Black Ops Zombies. But the storyline and cast was a lot of fun, taking a very different approach. And overall, Ancient Evil is well praised, especially among the Chaos story in Black Ops 4. Treyarch clearly has some love for the Chaos crew and their maps, so if we did see this map in the upcoming Black Ops 6, it wouldn't be too far-fetched. We personally think it deserves a second chance amongst fans to perhaps see a different, difficult version of this unique Zombies map.
Number 7.
I bet you couldn't have guessed this next one. In the number 7 spot, we have Voyage of Despair, also from Black Ops 4. As the previous thought went down the rabbit hole, the second Scarlet map, Voyage of Despair, couldn't be overlooked the more the speculation of her return took hold. Theoretically. Allowing the conspiracy theorists to get the better of us, we figured that if Scarlet were to return, then it would only be natural to see this map too, being the same crew of our last pick.
It really should be quite exciting.
And a few maps brought back from Black Ops 4 isn't the worst idea. While they still may be fresh in our minds, the Chaos maps were in fact released in 2018 and 2019, which has already been 5 and 6 years ago. Freaking time travels fast, and Call of Duty Zombies maps are not exempt from the blink of time. It is too bad that this map was considered one of the worst Chaos maps, as it does have some great positives. For one, the environment is phenomenal. Voyage of Despair is set on the Titanic. The Titanic, people. I'm sorry, but if you don't find that cool, you're hard to please. It gives off Mob of the Dead vibes with this historical setting, and if it were modified just a tad bit, it'd be more player friendly, and the map could overall be better than it was in 2018. If you look at the bones of this map, it seriously had so much potential just from these few perks alone. Like its sister map, Ancient Evil, we believe in this little map that could, and would love to see its full possibilities bloom into an unforgettable map.
Number 6.
Rolling us right into our number 6 spot, we have 9 from Black Ops 4. 9 is one of the more favored maps to play in Black Ops 4 for many reasons. First and foremost, the setting is insanely beautiful. It takes place in a Roman Colosseum, hence using the Roman numerals for 9 as the name for this map. And honestly, if you have a great setting, you're already 60% done with a successful map. Gameplay in 9 is a great process, as you have to kill all of the bosses from all 4 temples to even unlock Pack-a-Punch. It's not at all a very challenging map, it's simplistic, but a ton of fun played just by yourself or with friends. This map is possibly one of the best maps since Revelations. However, it could be debated as the best map in the Chaos storyline. The only thing I'll say against 9 is that it can be a bit overwhelming at times with the various types of zombies and bosses. Be that as it may, if you can work your way through and be smart with your approach, you'll be fine. This for sure would be a welcome inclusion to the new Black Ops 6. And with any luck, we will be playing this map in the near future.
Number 5.
Crawling into our halfway mark in the number 5 spot, we have Shadows of Evil from Black Ops 3. This could be a tad controversial depending on how you look at it, but from our perspective, Shadows of Evil needs more recognition than what it originally got. From an outsider's perspective, this was a launch map that many people didn't seem too invested in. They were either too busy playing The Giant, or they didn't know what to really do in this map unless they did their research. Shadows of Evil can be difficult to get into, and some people would rather just play the game and try to survive than do quests. However, if you invest in this game, you will learn how carefully sculpted it truly is. Treyarch was smart with this map, and made the unique choice to depict a city atmosphere in the 1940s. The arduous nature of this title is almost the brilliance of it. The map takes place in Morgue City, inspired by the era's noir films. There are 3 different branches of this map, which are separated from the spawn point at the beginning of the game. Those 3 different districts each relate to one of the characters on the map. It can be a bit challenging, but the map is fun to play once you invest your time and actually get to know the layout and its mechanics. This has not gotten the recognition it deserves among fans. Since it hasn't made an appearance in just short of a decade's worth of Black Ops games, we think it's time for fans to give this map another shot. The opportunity is right there to see it remade, remastered, and raring to feel like a brand new map.
Number 4.
Coming down the pipe to our number 4 spot is Revelations from Black Ops 3. While Revelations is still considered to be only decent for most of the fanbase, it's such a creative and completely innovative map. It's certainly no Nacht der Untoten, where the map consists of only one area and being trapped inside a building. Revelations is still filled with nostalgia, and it was overall a fun and easy map to play on. However, the map itself definitely has its downsides. Besides how eventful it can get, the nostalgia trip can wear out shortly. And there are so many wonder weapons that, I will argue, are insanely overpowered, which makes the game not as fun nor challenging for fans who prefer zombies to get a bit more in depth. And if you play a map like Origins or Shadows of Evil, the game instantly gets challenging the second it's time to get rid of that starting pistol. And perhaps, with Revelations, since it's the last map of Black Ops 3, Treyarch was trying to undo that and make it easier. However, they might have overdone it. And maybe it didn't have to be that easy. But again, there's something special about the reappearance of Nacht der Untoten, Der Eisendrache, Keen der Toten, Verrucht, Mob of the Dead, and Origins through portals, which have many escape routes to take within each map. It's nice to play, and I wouldn't be surprised if they bring it back for Black Ops 6 to let players take a trip down memory lane.
Number 3.
Making one of the top spots at number 3, we have Die Rise from Black Ops 2. A lot of players didn't like how this zombies map turned out. Still, many of those fans agree that this was one of the more creative maps that Treyarch had put out for its time. And Die Rise has an interesting concept for sure. See, this map takes place across 2 skyscrapers. It sees players going up the elevators that hold perks, wielding a wonder weapon that makes zombies slip and slide, and traversing many areas and floors players can use to train. However, these can all be problematic. You get easily trapped in the elevators and die immediately. The Sliquifier gun can kill you if you're not careful, and the buildings themselves allow you just to fall to your death. One wrong jump, or even just diverting your attention for a moment can end the game at just round 1. But again, there's the challenge of this map. Now, there have been rumors about Call of Duty devs mixing the old with some new, and if that's the case, why not include it in either Black Ops 6 or the game in 2025? It seems like Die Rise's return is inevitable, as it has been rumored to return in a Zombies Chronicles follow-up since as early as 2017, which makes sense as it's definitely a part of the Aether storyline. With Black Ops 6 and the new 2025 game supposedly coming out in back-to-back years, we'll be okay with the inclusion in either, and would be happy to wait for another year.
Number 2.
Claiming our second place spot is Garrod Crovey from Black Ops 3. Want to play against dragons? Then this is the map for you. This map is insane. So where do I even begin? Should I start with the Ray Gun Mark III as your wonder weapon, or the sheer amount of space to train zombies? And going into the later rounds, it becomes an all-out, heart-racing, white-knuckled, thrilling playthrough. However, as all things do, it does have its partial weaknesses, such as the lackluster Easter egg or the Valkyrie drones blocking everything in sight. But if you ignore those small things, this map is one of the best maps in Black Ops 3, hands down. And that says a lot, considering how many fan-favorite maps are in this game. Especially when you factor in the best maps in Zombies Chronicles, add this in the Black Ops 6, and you have yourself an all-star list already. Before we go to the final entry on this list, there is one honorable mention that we would like to acknowledge. A map that could, maybe should, also be in Black Ops 6 for various reasons, and that map is 5 from Black Ops 1. While not the most popular by any means, it's still a concept that could relate to the campaign story of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, this could be game-specific, but if you change the characters from former President John F. Kennedy to former President Bill Clinton, and so on, it would be an easy switch and relatable to the game's theme. The only reason this is an honorable mention and not on the actual list is that they already remastered this map from its original piece in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which turned out for the worse. So, if they wanted to take another stab at redemption for this full of potential map, you won't hear us complain. But let's get to the most obvious map that helped bump this one, the one we are really hoping to see return in Black Ops 6.
Number 1.
Here we are, the coveted first place spot, and the honor goes to Der Eisendrock from Black Ops 3. This certainly is one of the best maps in Call of Duty's entire Zombies history. One of our favorite parts of this map was the elemental bows, which all had their own individual shtick to them. And even if you didn't want to play any of the quests, but just focus on the normal survival mode, you're going to have a great time easily gaining all the perks, even including Pack-a-Punch. Overall, this is a very player-friendly map, and so we're really glad that Treyarch didn't touch this in either of Call of Duty's Black Ops 4 or Call of Duty Cold War. So just bring this map back as it is, enhance the quality of the game into Black Ops 6's engine, maybe throw in a couple of new perks and quirks, and you have yourself an audience brought back into this game for life. There is just so much to love about this incredible map, and we believe if you know it, it speaks for itself. If you don't know it, don't take my word for it. Rev up the old console, wrap up in a zombies adventure, and see for yourself. Well, what'd you think? Did you agree with our choices? Or maybe there were a few you'd like to change. Either way, we want to hear from you. Tell us all about it in the comments below. Post your personal wish list, and if there's another idea you want to see us cover, let us know that too. We truly thank you so much for all your support and love, and until next time, happy gaming.